Now, speaking of involuntary commitment, we should all voluntarily pay attention and be committed to watching what is going on with Joe Biden, because House Committee Oversight and Accountability Chairman James Comer from Kentucky released a bank record memorandum detailing new information obtained in the committee's investigation into the Biden family's influence peddling and business schemes. The Oversight Committee has obtained thousands of pages of financial records revealing the Biden family and associates' complicated network of companies set up during Joe Biden's vice presidency, and the millions the Bidens received from foreign sources. The financial records also reveal how the Bidens used complicated transactions to hide payments from foreign nationals, including CCP-linked associates, and provide clear indications of influence peddling schemes during then Vice President Biden's tenure. The Bidens intentionally sought to hide, confuse, and conceal their influence peddling schemes, but bank records don't lie. The Bidens made millions from foreign nationals, providing what seems to be no service other than access and influence. From the thousands of records we've obtained so far, we know the Biden family set up over a dozen companies when Joe Biden was vice president. The Bidens engaged in many intentional, complicated financial transactions to hide these payments and avoid scrutiny. In at least one instance, the Bidens' CCP-linked associates took steps to conceal the sources of the payment to the Bidens. And the news media, as a result of this allegation, is all but oddly crickets.
Oh, crickets. Oh, nothing. Oh.
The strange, uncurious media, who has not been reporting on this at all, is simply pushing away the heat on Joe Biden by suggesting that there is no indication at this point in time that Joe Biden benefited directly from any of these payments. So the real question is this. Two things. Regardless of if Joe Biden directly benefited from any of these payments, the big man making sure he gets his cut, influence peddling is still illegal, and you are not allowed to use your vice presidential or presidential office to peddle an influence. Now, it wouldn't be beyond Hunter Biden and other lackeys associated with Joe Biden to peddle in things, because, we are talking about the guy who smoked Parmesan cheese. So he's peddling in a lot of things. Common sense isn't one of them. However, so the first thing is that influence peddling in and of itself is bad enough. But also, it is going to be really, really hard to detail whether or not this money went directly to Joe Biden, because money is fungible. That's why, at least I hope we can agree on this, regardless of if you voted Democrat your whole life. This is a story that needs to be investigated, and the silence of the media is deafening. Now, let me remind you, when your worst nightmare Trump was in office, they made sure to investigate every single business transaction that the Trump administration had ever embarked upon to make sure that there were no improprieties. But it's odd that they seem very uncurious about this story. So this kind of story is getting the same coverage as the laptop did when it came around. And here's the real problem with the laptop story and with this story. Lies get around the world before the truth has time to get its pants on. So all the media must do is come out, suggest that Joe Biden didn't directly benefit from any of these payments, and as a result of it, there's nothing here to see. By the time all the evidence comes down, people will have moved on to stories about 100 stories from where we are right now. So this is the modern day grievance of our uncurious and very spiritually and mentally bankrupt media. But right now, right in front of our face, we're watching what could be Pulitzer Prize winning real journalism. No, not that kind of 1619 bullcrap that kind of parades around as a facade of journalism, but real journalism that would investigate not just Biden, but also why the media is so silent about something that is so important. So again, sure, maybe Biden didn't directly benefit, but the peddling is a problem in and of itself. And why not investigate to see if he did benefit from it, even if in a roundabout way? After all, the big man isn't that big of a man when it's all said and done. because he's not beyond showing up at Howard University to suggest that white supremacy is the greatest terror threat impacting Americans. Really? Is that what it is? Or are you just simply pandering for votes, you old coot? So you just got done watching a small excerpt of a much larger episode. You can find the link to that full episode down below in the description of this video. So you definitely want to check that out, because if you like that clip, you'll like the much larger episode. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click that little bell to be notified when great new episodes of Indie Thinker come your way. Thanks for watching.